Boo, did I scare you? What, because I'm black? In any case, pat yourselves on the back, boys, because Marathon is about to hit another absolutely giant a milestone. And, boys, we were here for the ride from the start to the ending. And, boys, at this point, spoiler, it looks like the ending could be in 2 weeks. Man, we all expected at first that Marathon's gonna die in like, what, 5 to 6 months? But at this rate, with everything that we have seen, boys, it's not gonna be 2 weeks, but the data currently suggests it's gonna be bad because it's not even Monday, but we are already seeing one of the most deadliest things for Marathon. And by the way, the player review, 94.5% positive, a whole whopping 0.1% drop in something like a week. Pretty big for Marathon, considering literally no one fucking plays this garbage. But people are playing less this stuff. And again, shout out to all of my boys who were here from the start to the end, because man, it has been a journey, and I have personally enjoyed all of it, and I thank you for everyone who has been sticking around with it. It has been truly a blast, gentlemen. In any case, the newest data is in, and that is the Thursdays. Oh yes, and this is gonna be absolutely devastating. Today is Friday, and it's not looking good. You know why it's not looking good? Because just last week, we were celebrating the Marathon under a 40 mark. And honestly, at the beginning of next week, because of the way that this data is looking, boys, Marathon could be hitting under 30. I'm not even joking. These graphs are absolutely abysmal. Now, because you need to understand one thing. For Marathon, the big day is Friday. Because, I don't know, I guess Odds the Cross fans have work or something like that. I'm not sure. Also, he's pretty much the only content creator currently sticking to Marathon. And the guy is literally losing his shit on a daily basis. I love it. It is grade A entertainment, boys. Sad that the best entertainment in the world is pain, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. So here's the big deal. Marathon's biggest player peaks have been historically always on Fridays. So it's right here. I know it says Saturday, but you know that's because the player peak is at 3 a.m. UTC, which is very interesting because the peaks, as you can see here, here it's at 8 p.m. for our Meta Bros, so you understand. And then the other peak is at 2. But here it's a reversal, which is very interesting. Not a lot of games do that, but Marathon somehow actually does this. This has happened multiple times. If anyone actually knows what this exactly is, what the hell is the reasoning behind this, please feel free to actually comment down below, because I don't know. Obviously, it's tied to time zones, but, well, to be fair, I don't care enough because it doesn't matter enough. But, you know, it's an interesting fact. In any case, historically, Fridays have been the big days. That's where the player peak is. It's Friday, it's the highest, then it's Saturday, and then it's Sunday, and Monday there's a massive hit. If you would look at the charts for your own viewing pleasure, this was the previous Friday. 43, almost 44k peak players. And after this was the Monday. This is Monday because, you know, Tuesday and then it's Monday. This is actually Monday, so ignore the Tuesday part. 34k peak players. This drop is absolutely fucking demonic. This is more than a 20% drop, you need to understand that. And that seemingly is kind of happening all the time. Now, we don't exactly have the data for Thursdays normally, which, you know, well, not Thursdays, but, you know, usually Friday is a little bit less than Thursday, or a little bit higher in a lot of cases. Well, it should be. It should be because it kind of, Monday, Tuesday is the low ones. Monday is the drop off and the burnouts happen. Tuesday is pretty bad, but it's somewhat of a recovery. We can look at it, and then on Wednesday through Thursday and Friday, it's the recovery, and Friday is the peak. So Friday should actually be. Wait, where are we? Wait, did we miss it? Up. Okay. Thursday, there's Friday, but today is Friday, yes. So, again, it's really annoying how this works. I sometimes get lost myself. Again, it's not currently Friday. This is Thursday's peak. So, Friday is about to happen. And this is going to be absolutely massive, okay? Because Friday is supposed to be the biggest one. And the biggest one seems to be gonna be slightly above 36k, maybe? 37k, maybe? 38k, maybe? And after that, we're expecting effectively a 20% loss. So there's a legitimate chance that this goes under 30k. Marathon, each week, seemingly at this point, because their drop-off was very low at the start. It was quite an interesting thing. It was actually very good statistics. And yes, I do say the good stuff about Marathon, that they do have good statistics. Marathon has already failed. It was never a question of if, it was a question of when it officially just completely implodes. So now we can actually look and compare the 10 a.m. statistics. On Friday, 10 a.m., 12k. Yesterday, it was actually 10.6. So this is pretty insane. So this could actually go. Maybe this Friday is gonna be something close to like 38k, because that's like a 10% difference. Well, actually, it's a little bit more, but doesn't matter. It's a 10% difference. Look at this, 10 a.m. here. It's almost the same. Actually, this was even bigger, but this is smaller. Okay, this is how these things work. The 10 a.m. is a good indicator, but it stops working on Fridays. See, here it's the same. Here it's roughly the same. Here again, it's pretty much the same. And this is where it goes all up truly. Oh yeah, this is how it's gonna go. And considering this, that Wednesday was 32k, oof, that is horrible. I mean, look at this. The previous Monday was 34k. There is no way. I really, now if we go under 30k, it's gonna be like 39.5k maybe, or something like that. It's not gonna be like a huge demonic blast, but it's gonna be there, and it's gonna be feelable. It's gonna be visible. Oh boys, man, Marathon is absolutely dead, and there's no saving it probably. Well, Crimson Desert has, by the way, sold 4 million copies. Everyone give a round of applause for Crimson Desert, an actually good game, okay? A game that does not have to make the excuses of, oh, the game's intended to look like garbage and play like shit and be unlikable. Literally IGN takes, by the way. Absolutely disgusting. What can I honestly say here, boys? But yeah, judging on everything, it is very likely that Marathon is gonna hit below 30k when the week starts. Honestly, considering the downfall of Marathon is just escalating, there is even a chance that it hits below 30k on like a Sunday. It is actually possible that it hits below 30k on Sunday, because when the escalation starts, the escalation just, there's like crumbling parts, and at some points, like just a big chunk crumbles away. This is how these things work in statistics in a lot of places, like sales and whatnot. And I wouldn't be surprised if that even was possible. Now, again, granted, minor possibility, but there is still a possibility. Because Marathon at this point doesn't have any updates. It doesn't have any things. There's nothing to look forward. A lot of people have literally kind of finished the game, and it's been a month. It's been a month, and in a month we have lost more than 50% of its player base. Actually, we're closing in on a 60+ player base lost, which is kind of fucking wild. In any case, needless to say, Marathon has no future. Bungie has probably even less of a future because it's not like they can go back to Destiny. Let's be absolutely real, okay? Let's be absolutely real. Bungie doesn't even have the opportunity to go back to Destiny because no one wants to play Destiny at this point. A Lightfall, believe it or not, boys, a Lightfall, not Lightfall, but what's it called? Is it here? Now that the Lightfall, well, the edge of fate, right? Into the light. See, where the hell is it? The dawn. Well, what's it called? The edge of fate. Was that thing? You know, with the witness. Anyway, believe it or not, turns out people don't exactly enjoy fucking shitty written stories about the unibrow character who's somehow the evil god of the universe or whatever. Believe it or not, doesn't sell well. So, Bungie doesn't even have a chance to actually go back to Destiny as a game because it's completely dead. Destiny has no player base remaining effectively. And people are not going to pick it back up because, again, one of the biggest faults that Destiny has is the fact that everyone knows that Destiny's actual price tag is something like 300 euros at this point. Which is, no thank you. No fucking thank you. In any case, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.